Are trash altcoins giving the market a bad reputation? Gold is bursting at the seams, making it tough for other assets to roar, but I think crypto's gonna roar along with gold. A publication out there that pumps XRP news that you need to block. You'll see exactly why. We'll talk XRP price action along with...
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Yeah, that's right. I've got some junk journalism that I need to share with you because, yes, it's absolutely disgusting what people will do for clicks. Altcoin season, we're sitting at 68 out of 100. What, you couldn't give us 1 point more to give me an old 69 this morning? Be nice if the wife could do the same. Now, before we get into the crypto news, like the action, getting ready for the big week ahead of us, FOMC meeting with Jerome Powell on the 17th. Yeah, baby, that's on a Wednesday. 2 p.m. Eastern time is the announcement. Is he going to cut or not? Let me know down below. We do your comments because you, the viewer, matter most. Alan McMaster's hanging out with us, says, it gives me a good laugh seeing this post. He's talking about Sailor's cringy AI shit. Says, thanks, brother. Doing my after work video crypto catch up. Well, thank you for watching the vids after work. Love seeing the support, Alan. What else do I got? Minidog hanging out with us in the upstate says, I don't know, but I have a feeling he's going to pause again talking about Jerome just to be an asshole. But even Democrats and banks are calling him out recently. That's right. Everyone's getting tired of Jerome because he's screwing over the economy. So he's losing friends on both sides of the aisle. I also believe he's going to pause again and give us a cut in the October meeting. It's been Jerome. He's been late to the party the entire time. If Jerome was running a 10-minute race, it would take him 20 minutes to do so. Maggie Rocks, channel member, thank you for the support. Says, I also voted no cut this time. Ooh. Altcoin season, like I said, is 68 out of 100. We're getting stronger with the alts, which is good to see. Some of our favorites are performing well over the last 90 days. Sol up 57%, HBAR up 51%, XLM up 50%, XRP up 37%. Looking good. Meanwhile, Bitcoin's up a decent amount, 8% in the last 90 days. So what do we got going on? All right, Bitcoin treasury firms, altcoin treasury firms, and shitcoin treasury firms. This is very interesting, all right? There's a gentleman out there named David Bailey, the Nakamoto CEO. This is what he says. He said, toxic financing and failed altcoins rebranded as DATs. Too many failed companies with no plan or vision. It's totally muddled the narrative. Basically saying, look, if your company sucks, just by adding crypto to the balance sheet, you're not making your company better. And think of Michael Saylor's strategy. What are they? They're just a Bitcoin holding company. They're not really a company that makes money. They just hold Bitcoin and hope that it goes up. They don't have a product that they sell. Like, you get what I'm saying here? So if your company sucks, just adding crypto to the books doesn't help them out. And he goes even further to say, hey, look, if you're getting into high-risk alts are exactly that. Not a lot of them pan out. So if you're losing money, and if you think getting into high-risk alts is going to turn it around, many of those high-risk alts flop. And you're like, bro, what are you talking about? Well, here is exactly what I'm talking about. There are right now how many frickin' altcoins? Well, let's take a quick look. There are 21.26 million. I've got it right here in the bottom of my screen. 21.26 million. So you know the majority of cryptos out there are failed bullshit. So when companies are adding this stuff to their books, it's not an exact bailout. It's not going to turn it around. And in fact, just because you're now a treasury company doesn't mean it's going to be great for you. Public companies are increasingly exploring ETH, SOL, XP, and BNB as other tokens as their treasury assets. Firms cite staking yield and narrative driven as these drivers. And again, you can get yield on your assets, but is 5, 7, 10% yield going to pull you out of the basement? This expansion matters because altcoin exposure introduces liquidity, governance, and counterparty risk that differ from Bitcoin store of value things, which is fine. The problem is this, though. A lot of companies out there are going to be looking at alts. They're going to be looking at BTC. They're going to be looking at other cryptos out there. And if their balance sheets suck, if the companies suck, when they go under, what do they have to do? They have to liquidate. Oh, which means they would have to liquidate their cryptos if it went out, all right? Just throwing it out there, all right? This is what they said. If you can do it well, you will grow your own assets over time. If you do it poorly, you will trade at a discount and be consumed by someone who can do it better. So don't just lean on crypto to turn your shit around. U.S. gold frenzy hits a record high as 215 billion in inflows go into ETFs. So not only are we seeing big money flow into Bitcoin ETFs, we're seeing it flow into gold ETFs. Why? Because the gold market, the precious metals market, the safe haven markets are preparing for Jerome Powell to absolutely wreck the markets with another pause. Investor interest in gold shows no signs of slowing as the assets ETFs hit record highs. I'd like to this morning. Specifically, gold ETFs under management have surged to a record 215 billion. By the way, this is coming from Kobayashi letter on September 14th. Yo, that's today, girlfriend. This is all linked down below. Look at this massive pumperoni in the ETFs here as of late. Data indicates that the value of U.S. gold ETFs has doubled in the last 2 years. And remember, the gold market was already bonkers disgustingly big. So for it to double in 2 years means not only is it bonkers disgustingly big, it's like hulked big. The surge comes as investors pile into the shiny stuff, driven by economic and uncertainty. This is the biggest rally since the 70s. Trick can talk to us about this. So far, in 2025 alone, U.S. gold ETFs have accumulated 279 tons of gold. So, gold will keep roaring as long as the Fed has uncertainty. A big chunk of you are thinking we're going to get a pause from Jerome. Pretty much everyone in the financial markets think he's going to cut. What is going to happen on Wednesday? Well, we're going to find out soon. Spot gold rose to $36.48 per ounce, just shy of Tuesday's $36.73. So you got gold near all-time highs too. Gonna have to pay attention. All right, a crypto publication that you need to block because of disgusting journalism. You want to see how gross this company is for clicks? I'm going to share it with you. All right, ERAG crypto to XRP holders. Prepare to take off. Here's the timeline. ERAG Crypto has been saying prepare for launch for years and years and years, all right? So Times Tabloid always promotes this scumbag. That's fine. You can promote hopium all you want. You think that's bad? How about this same Times Tabloid using Charlie Kirk? Yeah, as search bait and search engine optimization clickbait. Was Charlie Kirk an XRP holder? Previous comments sparked speculation. This is fucking disgusting. Times Tabloid is by far the worst publication in the fucking crypto space. Absolutely disgusting for them even to bring his name up in this article in order to get views, in order to get like engagement. Absolutely disgusting. I wanted to highlight this to show you that there are people out there with no heart, there are people out there with no soul, and that they will do anything in order to get views. Disgusting. Block them. Overall in the market, what are we noticing? The market cap's at $4 trillion. We're looking pretty good for the majorities of cryptos over the last 7 days. As you can see, this column right here is the last 7-day percentage. Most things are in the green. In fact, look at the year-to-date. Meme coin is down. Doge is down year-to-date 9%. SWI is down 9% year-to-date. Avalanche. HBAR is down 10% year-to-date. But the majorities of cryptos are in the green. Just kind of something that we want to look at. XRP had some action here yesterday, but you could see we kind of pulled back. We had highs of 318, 2 candlesticks back-to-back with 318 on them, and then we pulled back to where we're at right now at $3.06. I think XRP is going to stay north of 3, sub of 318 until we get the announcement from Jerome Powell and the Fed. In terms of big pairings right now, look at that. The Korean won pairing is buying it, along with the XRP USDC pairing with Binance. That's normally not a big pairing for them. Normally it's the USDT pairing. Right now the USDT pairing, 300 million in volume. The USDC pairing, 600 million in volume. That is wonky, everyone. Overall volume for XRP right around 5 billion, so not bad on a Saturday, to be honest with you. We had a little bit of an uptick yesterday because of that price action swing over the last 2 days, which was good. XRP price as a whole, hey, look, we're in the new friend zone. It's the $3 friend zone. She lets you make out with us, but she won't let you go any further. It's a lot better than the $2 friend zone where she was prude AF, not giving us any action at all. The reality is this. It's not worth talking XRP price action because, honestly, the ball game changes on Wednesday. We get rate cuts, we're moving, baby. We pause, you better have dry powder ready because we'll be going deep in the red. So what's Jerome gonna do? And remember, just because you're buying crypto, it doesn't mean it's gonna turn your company around. If your company sucks balls, well, guess what? It's gonna still suck balls whether you buy crypto or not. And some journalism companies out there are absolutely disgusting. Using people's passing away as clickbait. Seriously, it's fucking gross. Seriously, Times Tabloid is absolutely the worst. If I'm ever researching an article on any crypto and I see that's the publication running the story, I honestly skip over it. They remind me of like when I used to go to the grocery store when I was a kid and I was with my mom and we used to be in the aisle. And you know how in the aisle you used to have like the, oh, Queen Elizabeth has dinner with alien, and it would be like the most like Photoshop shit you've ever seen. It reminds me of that kind of stuff, like the tabloids, and that's probably why it's called Times Tabloid. Either way, that's really shitty journalism. It's not the right thing to do. The dude's family, look, just don't follow them. Now, in terms of the whole gold thing taking off, look, gold is taken off because there is a lot of economic uncertainty going on right now, and a lot of it has to do with Jerome Powell, tariffs, and not knowing what's happening with jobs. The problem is because Jerome didn't cut recently, jobs are under threat because of recession and the whole spiral. Yeah, that downward spiral with jobs, right? Yeah. So Jerome is causing a problem that he could maybe be the solution to. Wait, what? You caused the problem that you're going to be the solution to. So isn't that like a savior complex thing where like you break stuff and then you fix it to make yourself look cool? Jerome, I can't wait until you're gone, which is May of 2026, by the way. We don't have to wait that long because on Wednesday we're hoping we're going to get a cut. Like I said, 100% chance. That's what the market right now, CME Group, is pricing in for us getting a cut. 92% chance that it's going to be 25 basis points. 8% chance that it's going to be a 50 basis point. Now, on this channel here, you all watching, including me, 33% of you, myself is included in that 33%, we say pause. 66% of you say cut. Dude, I don't know, man. I'm leaning really hard that he's going to pause one more time. And I'm telling you, he's going to say shit like tariffs. He's going to say stuff about like, oh, people's finances at home are still strong enough to tolerate this. He's going to say stuff how there's like uncertainty. We really don't know yet. We got to wait for the data. I'm telling you, I could see him be a prick one more time just to stick it to Trump. He doesn't like to Trump. We know there's no love lost between those two. And for anyone in the comments that's like, bro, if he pauses one more time, Trump's going to fire him. The Fed's a private organization. Trump can't fire him. So there goes that. Now, in terms of what's going on with our favorite cryptos price-wise, I expect us to stay very range-bound here until we get a nod from the Fed. So choo-choo what? Choo-choo until Wednesday. We'll be live streaming at 2 p.m. Eastern time on that Wednesday. Join us. It's going to be lit AF. And to all the dog friends out there, make sure you take care of your pups. They love you and they need their affection. Get them a good treat today. It's Sunday. Treat days for dogs. They need the love. Choo-choo what? Choo-choo bitches.